Good morning for those just joining us here on Sunrise. We've been following breaking news out of Washington, D.C., where just 1 hour ago, President Biden announced that he's running for re-election. We're going to have more on that coming up here in just a few minutes, but it's the talk of the morning.
Yeah, here in the metro, though, sunshine. That's what I'm talking about, Guy. Bring it on.
I'm talking about. Absolutely. I'm bringing on the sun, too. Sun up here. You'll see coming up in about 10 minutes. A lot of sunshine in the forecast. We're already waking up to clear skies. If you're getting ready to step out, it feels like 26 on the skin with temperatures at the freezing mark due to the northeast wind at 7 miles per hour. The morning drive, have the sunglasses handy. Temperatures spike up by 9 a.m. We're already close to 40 degrees, then at the mid 40s during your lunch hour. For the afternoon drive, sunshine with temps maxing out around 52 degrees. I'm tracking some changes in the forecast. Wet weather and cooler weather will be moving in. Jen?
All right, and Guy told us bring your shades with you in the car this morning. For that morning commute, here's a look at Brooklyn Park, 169 at 93rd. Beautiful start to the morning. And the roads, they're not too bad either. Your drive time's pretty spot on right now.
Well, back to that breaking news out of D.C., where just an hour ago, President Biden announced he is running for re-election.
Yeah, he released the news on his personal Twitter account. Here's a brief snippet.
This is not a time to be complacent. That's why I'm running for re-election. Because I know America.
Okay, and here's a new poll from NBC News on both Biden and former President Trump. 70% of Americans say they do not want the president to run for re-election. 51% of those, by the way, are Democrats. And 48% say that age is the major reason why they want someone else. That same poll shows most voters do not want another matchup between Biden and Trump. And this is brand new overnight. President Trump tweeted just about 6 hours ago about Biden's potential announcement at the time he tweeted. In part, the former president said, with your support in the election, we will defeat Joe Biden in 2024. Of course, this story continues to develop. We will have another update in just 30 minutes.
Another big story we're following this morning. Take a look at this. Right now in the U.S., there are 23 states, including Washington, D.C., where recreational marijuana is legal. Those you see there on the map are dark green states. This morning, Minnesota is on the verge of joining that list. At 11 o'clock this morning, the House will start debating a bill that would legalize cannabis in our state.
The bill would have a major impact on everything from money coming in to past convictions. Cece's live at the Capitol right now, where lawmakers just left a few hours ago. Cece?
Hey, good morning. So lawmakers will start that debate back up in just about 5 hours. So the House was able to debate the amendments of this bill before midnight last night, and then they started to debate that main bill at midnight, and then shortly after decided to table the discussion. So to be continued this morning. But this bill would legalize recreational marijuana here in the state. It sets up licensing, taxing, and regulation of retail marijuana sales. It also puts limits on how much marijuana you could have at home for personal use, which would be 1.5 pounds, and how much you could keep on you in public, which is 2 ounces. The bill would also erase past low-level marijuana-related convictions, which historically falls harder on people of color.
Yes, there are plenty of marijuana-related convictions that should be expunged without going to the ridiculous lengths that House File 100 goes to.
I would point out that while this would allow for the expungement of current cannabis convictions, you delete the portions of the bill that prevent future cannabis convictions, so it doesn't really stop the cycle that we're on.
Again, debating will start again at 11 this morning. We're told that the House is expected to pass this bill. Then it will go to the Senate, where they could pass their own version of the bill on Friday. Differences will need to be kind of meshed out there, but if everything goes as planned, it would head to the governor, and he says he is expected to sign it. Guys.
All right, could be some big changes this week for sure. Cece, thanks for that update.
All right, well, this is just into our newsroom minutes ago. The Minnesota Department of Education just released a brand new report showing high school graduation rates in the state are rising. So the state says 83.6% of the state's class of 2022 graduated. That's a 2% increase from 2021. And the biggest growth was seen among minority groups. The state says they saw a rise of 2.5% for American Indian students and about 3% for Black students and students that identify as two or more races. So this puts the four-year graduation rate near pre-pandemic levels. MDE Commissioner Willie Jett says through the pandemic, the quote, unwavering commitment to excellence resulted in improved graduation rates. Alicia?
Well, if you live in St. Paul, Mayor Carter wants you to help build the city's 2024 budget. Tonight is the first of 7 public meetings for you to weigh in on what the city's going to do with their money. They are free and anyone can attend. Tonight's meeting begins at 6:30 at Dayton's Bluff Recreation Center. Well, in just a few hours, students will be back in class at the University of Minnesota in Duluth. Less than 12 hours ago, the university and police gave the all clear after a suspicious device was deemed not a threat. Police found the device near campus, close to the UMD research lab. The area was evacuated and everyone on campus was alerted.
We immediately sent out a Safe U notification to our UMD community. We believe that we've taken all of the protective measures that we can.
Officials say there is no danger to the public or to students. UMD authorities tell us they will be releasing more information as it comes in. Overnight, rivers across the state continue to rise.
Yeah, and at last check, the Mississippi and the St. Croix rivers both are at major flood stage. You see a lot of rivers in the Twin Cities here. They are also at major flooding levels, and a few are at moderate level.
I'm Morgan Wolf. West River Road Parkway here in Minneapolis is still closed, along with several other roads because of the flooding that we have seen. The Mississippi River is roughly 18 feet right now. It is expected to crest this week. However, there are major flood stages on this river stretching all the way down to St. Louis. The National Weather Service says that our dry soil that we had from this fall and the gradual snowmelt this spring actually helped us with the flooding. They say Minnesota has also made several big investments into flood mitigation efforts, which are really paying off.